Welcome to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
Hey, it's that spooky intro again.
Yeah.
You might notice that was last week and also this week.
Is there a theme?
It might be a theme of the entire spooky month of October.
That's cool.
We thought of spooky ideas today for the podcast Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
This is the podcast, if you haven't heard, where we listen to a song and then make an anime for it. Today, we've listened to a song by the singer Xia, spelled X-I-A, and this is specifically Flower, the acoustic version, because the regular version is not as spooky.
Not quite.
This one is readily available, though, and you can search it up on your favorite thing. We've done that today. We're going to combine our ideas today into a mega anime, and it's going to be mega spooky.
Ooh.
Because we are specifically making spooky ideas.
Because it's Spooktober.
It'd be weird if I'm like, the happiest anime known.
No.
But
It's
yeah,
spooky season.
really, if the intro is a sign of anything, it's spooky. So this is the show where we make spooky anime throughout October.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to share my idea now.
All right.
Sound good?
Yeah.
I basically wrote like a hokey ghost campfire story, just because I felt like it. That's the vibe this song gave off to me. So the mythical river in this forgotten town is known all throughout the land. Some say it's cursed. Others say it's just a myth. Either way, they don't say like it's a myth. They say what's related to the river. Like everyone,
river exists.
The river exists, but
Okay.
the magicalness of the river is heretofore unknown. Either way, any of those who cross the river do not return alive. Untold riches may lie on the other side, but none have returned alive to tell the tale.
Where is this?
It's some magical land, forgotten city, forgotten town.
Okay.
Until one lone traveler crosses the river and returns to tell their tale of the other side. They let everyone know that a life better than imaginable lies beyond the opposite banks. A massive exodus from the town occurs, and the entire countryside is abandoned in favor of this heaven-like side of the river.
This better not be a Simpsons-style monorail sort of situation.
Who knows? Years later, wanderers find the ruins of the town along with a river full of skulls.
Ooh.
And that's my idea.
So would it be the story of the adventurers who find the skulls? Like flashing back to what happened?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Didn't think that far into it. Again, I wrote it like a hokey campfire ghost story.
I don't like it. It's too spooky.
A river of skulls.
Too spooky.
Too spooky? Mm-hmm. Well, too bad.
I guess so.
I'm making it for spooky now.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah. Give me your idea from your 5 minutes.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah?
So let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
I'm thinking like Jack the Ripper, Sherlock Holmes, kind of Victorian. Is it Victorian England?
Yeah.
Industrialized England?
I only know of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Not that Sherlock. But kind of like the Assassin's Creed game.
Sure.
Whatever time period that one was.
Yeah. Ye Old England.
I don't even remember which Assassin's Creed that was.
Merry Old England. It's one of them.
The bad one.
Couldn't they all be bad?
True.
This
Okay.
isn't a video game podcast.
So a young man wakes up to hands covered in blood with no memory of how it happened and is shook.
Werewolf in London.
He begins to slowly lose it after a body is found. Then another with more bloody mourning hands.
Does he find them?
No.
Oh.
And he starts picturing the crime being committed. He's not sure if it's a flashback or just his imagination. He wants to turn himself in, but is scared after the police arrest one man on suspicion of the murders. Maybe he wakes up next to a message written in blood on his wall? Or he could be possessed? Some sort of mental illness? Didn't figure that part out.
Okay.
But I just set the scene because the song sounded to me like he was like asking for forgiveness or like freaking out.
Take my hand.
Yeah, and was just like, I don't know what I've done.
I
help
see.
me. I need help.
I gotcha.
But also he's afraid.
My first thought on combining them would be whoever crosses the river ends up like in a murderous rage, kind of, but not like they see through a murderer's eyes and then do it, and then they cross back through the river and they're like, oh, that was weird. I don't know.
Okay.
That was just my immediate. When you were speaking, I also got an idea. You know how that works sometimes.
Yes.
We definitely don't have to do that, but I did my take my hand moment in mine was like the adventurer getting the other people to take their hand over the banks of the other river.
Yeah.
Edge, bank.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
I could see somewhat similar that when all of your townsfolk flee to the heavenly place, it is actually a utopia until people start getting killed. And then my character would be like, oh my gosh, am I the one doing this?
But did they not cross the river?
No, they're there too.
They also crossed the river? Mm-hmm. I was thinking there was some sort of like dimensional shift, you know? Once they cross the river, they're able to do things in the other side.
That's very Garth Nix. One of my favorite trilogies as a child. The Sabriel and
so it already
all those
exists.
Abhorsen. No, not entirely. It's like the river of death in that instance.
Yeah, that's kind of what mine is.
Oh, now I'm just picturing, spoiler alert, Westworld.
Oh.
Where they're all like free.
Right.
Oh, that could be.
That's kind of like mine was vague enough that it could be anything. Like it could be like they
go to
doorway
heaven
they're walking
because
through.
they've died.
Yeah.
Mid-river.
Right?
All right.
But how does that then combine with your murderer idea? In yours, were you picturing that they actually were committing the crimes?
Yeah, probably.
So the blood hand was
them.
The crime blood hand.
Yeah.
Caught red-handed themselves.
Literally.
Okay. I like that angle. I agree with it being the spookiest of angles. Mm-hmm. Are they like possessed? Are they just kind of like a Jekyll and hiding it?
That's where I wasn't sure, and I thought maybe you could, because I didn't get that far. I thought maybe we could figure that out together, and or something from your idea would kind of fill it in.
I gotcha. And so that's where my idea would be they cross the river as like pure people, and then like their evil selves are able to kind of go back across, or something like that, where their consciousness is like split, maybe?
Along those lines, instead of an adventurer that comes back across, what if it's a religious figure, some sort of weird, crazy super
Culty
preacher?
Person.
And
super preacher.
They're like, it's amazing over there.
They're super bleachers.
Yes, for all the super
events.
Exactly. But maybe it's like that where you will be cleansed of your sins, and they are basically killed, and they get to go to heaven, but all of their sins live on in their bodies.
I gotcha. So it's
and then maybe there's a character of mine who's in the heaven place who still flashes back
to
the evil
their
doing
OG
that
sin consciousness.
That's whatever
wreaking
they're
havoc.
Exactly.
Dang, that's good.
And then maybe they actually end up with they have all these crazy dreams about like harming people, and they go to see the preacher, and he's like, "You just need to pray more," or whatever. And then he wakes up with blood on his hands, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Maybe there's like if the sinning body like does enough that is bad, then your basically consciousness is transported back to that, because like the tether is strong enough that like the evil can bring back the good or whatever. And so it's like I do like
And
that.
I'm almost picturing a mirrored town.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
one side of the river is the same like families, the same houses.
But like exactly the same,
they're
but like the
evil.
dark side versus the
Yes.
light side.
And so the sinning bodies, for lack of a better term, the sinning carcasses, have to mirror what the good, conscious people are doing. But one of them goes a little like, I'm in charge
starts
now.
killing the other sinning people.
And that's when the good guy's like, I'm having all these weird dreams, and then I wake up with blood, and it's because his bad side is winning over his good side.
I like to think that even more than bad side versus good side, it's more just like the very best of the person ends up in this light side. And then just like the standard human, like flawed side, not even like just evil, just like flaws, like everyone has, still is on that side. But then because of the like loss of this like purity, is more easily corruptible, and therefore like any outside interference basically.
I just had an idea.
Yeah, what's up?
So if there's a super preacher, there's like a super devil.
Super teacher.
Who is teaching his morally corrupt ways to that set of townsfolk. And then maybe he gets a little stray wild hair and says, well, why do they get to choose what we do?
Yeah.
So he's starting to break out.
Corrupting.
And then there is a townsperson who he's able to convince most
Fully corrupt,
I don't know, exorcise, for lack of a better term, from
like
the good
reverse
consciousness.
exorcism?
Yeah. So that the bad form is able to... And I'm actually picturing that they literally split, but they have two physical beings.
Yeah. The river is
places.
like super magic.
Super magic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Super magic, super dichotomous.
But not just like a
conscious
spirit realm
splitting.
for the good side.
Exactly. It's not like a different realm. Like it does physically exist in that plane.
Yes.
But it is impossible for the two to like...
Or so we thought.
Ooh, and then they take each other's hand and fuse into like one imperfect being.
Oh, and that would be the message of the story then.
Yeah.
It was like, you need both sides to balance you out.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But also he killed people.
Yes.
He'd be killing good people, right?
I mean, everyone's technically good.
No, I mean, he'd be killing the individuals in the quote-unquote good place, the heavenly place.
The good place.
Yeah. Good show. I've been enjoying that one. But, like, he's having all these dreams of, like, terrorizing people in the bad place.
But he's also doing it in the good place because of his split conscious. I got it.
Exactly, because the evil side is starting to be able to control when
Both,
he's asleep
yeah.
only, though.
That's good.
That's when he
that
like,
makes
drops
sense,
his
like,
guard.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow, I had these really weird
The
dreams.
subconscious becomes the conscious.
You know, where I don't know, slapped a woman or something, and I did all this
it totally,
awful stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
then
escalates.
it gets worse and worse until he kills, and then he wakes up and he's got blood on his hands, and there's a dead person.
Yeah.
Across town.
I like the imagery of the very like pristine, pure.
Oh, they're all in white,
like shining heavenly place, and then just like the bloody.
I'm getting now
like,
a very prairie vibe. I guess that's more the Westworld coming in, where
yeah.
everything's like whitewashed.
Yeah.
All the women are modestly dressed, and it's a wonderful place, free of temptation.
I was getting that plus kind of steampunky, very like densely packed.
Oh, so
London-y streets, you know,
so
like
it's a dense thing. I was picturing a small town.
Oh, I was thinking not like city, but like everyone is close. Like, not that it's a large town, but whenever they like developed the town, it was kind of to that apartment-y style, you know, where like everyone's kind of in a block.
Okay.
Densely packed people, different stories. I don't know. It could be more spread out. It doesn't really matter. It's
sure.
That's a late game animating.
Yeah.
Hey, interns, do some Assassin's Creed research.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, we have to play Assassin's. Do it. Syndicate. I remembered. That's the one.
Yes, because that one had the Jack the Ripper expansion DLC where you played as him, which was not what we expected.
But it's kind of matching the like vibe of
similar,
the idea.
Yeah.
So you have the good versus the evil.
I like that they're mirror images. The good is in control of the evil until it's not.
Yeah. But
And
there's
then-
definitely like a forest or some sort of barrier between the river.
yeah.
So it's like they don't obviously
I'm
know.
also getting like, not that it's particularly spooky, but like Tuck Everlasting vibes.
Go on.
So, you know, it's an isolated place. It's out in the middle of a forest. Nobody really knows about it.
Oh, so the Giver vibes
Maybe
too.
it's stuck in time kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's like a mythical, timeless zone of
Mm-hmm.
Earth.
You got the Fountain of Youth going through there.
Pretty much, yeah. You got Garden of Eden, Fountain of Youth, all the good stuff. Isla de los Muertos. You got Aztec gold there. You got
all those things. All of them.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Many reasons, probably not. But no, this is good. Yeah. I mean, to sell the like
I think
isolation.
our mood boards are matching up.
Utopia versus dystopia, light versus dark, good versus evil. It's there, but the entire message is the whole like it all exists as one within you all the time.
Yes.
You can't stop. Well, that's a bad idea, but you know,
Yeah.
it's
a balance.
people are evolving creatures all the time.
But
Balance
takes a
is-
while
yeah.
to get there. There's
Balance
a lot
is
of
key.
like
Yeah, exactly.
terror before.
Yeah, it's kind of After Academy-esque in that both towns are like happening simultaneously and stuff.
Yeah.
Each town changes. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I mean, to borrow from an excellent idea that we came up with
Yeah, totally.
a long time ago. But we're not hiding the fact that like especially the imagery is so obvious,
Well, I
like
figure
dark versus
we'll
light.
follow the preacher into the town.
Yeah.
The original town that has mild corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, if we cross this river, I can rid you of your sins, blah, blah, blah.
So is he an outsider?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's giving the monorail pitch.
Does when he split from the dark town into the other one, like a light one, a dark one appears?
Yeah, basically.
Basically, and the
he
other
brings
thing?
them in, and as they walk across the river towards the new heavenly place, the other half of them torn from them in a painful way, I'm sure.
Right.
But not for the good
Kind of
people.
appear
They end up going back. So
Yeah.
it literally is a mirror
like a
image.
mesh, like sieves, like, you know, they're just going through kind of
Yeah.
like a cheese grater.
That is not the imagery I was going for, but you know what? I did want it to be painful for the quote-unquote sinners, so let's cheese grate
Let's
them.
grate them.
It's a big cheese grater.
It's a real big, it's river sized.
Oh, good. So the salmon can jump through it upstream when they need to.
Yeah, it's got the nice little, but if
Little
they
steps.
if they jump too low, they'll get a little fillet off.
Oh, no.
Oh no, the salmon. Evil salmon.
Are they? Depends on which side of the river.
Yeah. This is cool.
It is kind of cool.
I was also picturing last.
I'm sorry. It's really cool.
I do have like a detail.
Yeah.
The dark side to kind of not just have like black coal, like everything. Like
Well, what if they're nighttime dwellers?
that's the thing. It's kind of all day eclipse, you know, but also the structures are literally made of like a darker stained wood.
Oh, yeah.
And then the light side is like
It's
a
all
birch,
whitewash.
like a white mapley lighter. I'm thinking Minecraft colors
You
for
have
some
to go
reason.
through all your wood tones that you know.
Yeah, maple and
Nice birch wood.
birch and
about some-
spruce.
Yeah.
Get some spruce in there. That's the dark one.
Even some beech wood.
Yeah, because it's like the like brown tones of wood are so less like salty
Mm-hmm.
than like white versus black, like a straight up
Yeah.
color shade of gray change. But I mean, like that would be present too to some degree, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it is like eternal day versus eternal night there, or do you think it just kind of changes?
No, because I think in the heavenly place they do sleep.
I think it is mirrored though. So when
Oh, yes.
when he is dreaming, like
Yes.
that stuff is actually happening in the other thing.
Yes. But not everybody has that.
No,
He's
no,
the
no,
only
no.
one.
Yeah. He's the
Yeah.
only. For some reason, yeah, he's magic, or he kept a dark pebble in his pocket or something.
I don't think he did anything.
He just
I think there's just something.
power of will over a person
Yeah.
over time. That makes sense.
Or maybe he was just slightly a little more devious than others, and it was that part
enough
of his
to
will was
latch
just
onto.
stronger.
Yeah. Failed a will save.
Yeah, that'll do it.
This is great. This is really cool. It
think
probably
it's neat.
exists to some degree. I think we've borrowed heavily from Westworld
A little bit.
in their Heaven Gate thing and other things, but
rather than their bodies dropping, as they did,
it is like
in
they do
Westworld.
live on.
Yes, they're just split.
But there is
they're
like
different people.
Yeah, there's like a painful that they don't realize. That they obviously can't realize it. Because they can't see beyond like the middle bank of the river or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Mirrored realities, but the mirror is upside down or broken or whatever.
It's a
Through the Looking Glass-esque. You want to think of a title? Are we there? Do we have an end point? Does he go to jail? Does he...
I want to flesh it out just a little bit.
Okay, let's do it slightly a bit more.
Thank you.
I think we got the spooky. I think we nailed spooky.
So, like, definitely. Creepy. But, and it could be a woman. I don't know what's more unsettling.
I just said traveler in mine. I didn't really specify
having
who
a
the
male
main
or
person
female
was. Yeah.
murderer.
No, it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
I think it depends on who we think of to voice the main character later.
Yes, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But the character, the murderous character, slowly has more and more violent dreams, creepy, whatever, until bada bing, bada boom, there's blood,
Right.
somebody's dead in the heavenly place.
Yes.
And then, did they even have, like, a sheriff? Like, what do they don't know what to do. Do they?
Right, it's just
they
like
have
not
to
even
make a
heard
jail
of.
for him? They're just... It's so much chaos.
Right, are they
and-
aware of the concepts that they've left behind?
And of course, he doesn't know, so he probably just like, oh my god, and like washes his hands. And then he goes outside and there's somebody like strung up in the town
Right.
square or whatever.
Horribly.
And he's just like, whoa. And then I could pull in the thing that I did where he's not sure if he's flashing back or just imagining how the crime would have happened.
Right.
And
But it is like a weird, like, you
then
know,
the
what,
preacher's like, we must go pray, and
Yeah.
we need to figure out what happened, and God will help us decide.
yeah.
Blah,
You know
blah,
when
blah.
like grenades go off in movies now and they do the whole like tinnitus like ringing thing
Yeah.
and it's all like disorienting? Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of flashbacky vibe he gets.
Very disorienting.
Where it's just like, what the... I saw him, like, he sees the body and, like, I know what I did to that person.
Or did I?
Did I? Question mark.
But,
Tinnitus part thing. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
so,
Spooky.
then, yeah, they just have to try and, like, figure out who did it.
But he obviously
But they're
conceals it
ill-equipped.
because he doesn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know that he's the one capable or...
No
Doing
idea.
it. And he's like, obviously an outsider is framing me or whatever. Like, this concept of murder doesn't even exist to me. And then...
Or maybe he's like, I had a bloody nose.
Yeah.
Or,
There's blood in your sink. Oh, yeah. I cut up a...
yeah, he,
Dear.
like, tries to convince himself that there's
Yeah.
no way he could have done it. But all the clues add up because maybe someone else gets killed in the same way, and... Then it could go back to, is there a message written on his wall in blood?
From himself.
Yes. Being controlled by his dark
Right.
side, for lack of a better
Something
term.
about, like, you're on the wrong side or something.
You don't belong there.
Yeah. That's
You're
good.
next. Something like that.
Yeah. Ooh, I like you're next because then it still sells the, like,
He doesn't know.
yeah, am I going to die next? But I got
But
the
it could
blood
be
on
like,
my
you don't
hands.
belong there, you're next. And that could be the whole thing about back on the other side with the yin-yang evil preacher who's like, these people don't belong here because they're like really evil here. We have to cleanse them like in both places. Or maybe he thinks that they belong in the good place. I really need to stop saying that. And, you know, the only way to get there is to murder the pure essence of yourself in that good place. That's the only way, the bad way.
Are we getting
you
Kristen
get, like,
Bell in
through.
this?
I have mentioned it enough.
Is she the protagonist?
Do we want her to be a killer? I
think
feel like
do
she
it.
could act.
I think
yeah.
she could do it.
That
Did you hear
She can act.
Hulu's
I feel
bringing
like
back,
she could act that part. Sorry.
Veronica Mars. I know you
I did
never
not hear.
got into that show.
I never watched it.
It's real good.
I've heard
I
good
was a
things.
fan.
I remember you liked it.
But they're like adding it all back to Hulu and then making a new season of it.
Wasn't there a movie too?
Yeah, I think there was a movie they like kickstarted or
Yeah,
crowdsourced
I
or
remember
whatever.
that.
Yeah, but they're making a wholly new
I wonder how that's gonna
Hulu
go.
season. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
We
I'm
might
excited
have to do some pre-watching.
pre-watch the previous episode. It's like a really good
Yeah.
like high schooler
You know,
detective-y show.
I'm into that.
It's great.
All right, so she's gonna be our murderer.
I think so. We said The Good Place enough. They owe us some of her
Sorry,
some of her time.
I'm gonna need her for a couple months.
Yeah.
But
Just in the VO box, it's fine. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
She's a pro. She's been in other animated stuff. She's great. She was in Frozen. Mm-hmm. She got that Disney money.
yeah,
We ain't got that Disney money.
not yet. Hopefully, cross his fingers.
Fingers crossed.
But if you like that motivation of the bad side wants to make it to the good side
Definitely.
because they
It's like a mutual.
Earned it.
It's like a mutual misunderstanding.
because you can't split a person into just good and evil. That's
No.
not how that works.
No,
So
both
then,
sides need each other.
Yes.
Yeah, as like internal like, you know, the little
Yeah. Little,
demon on the shoulder,
your
angel
shoulder.
on the shoulder. It's like that's happening all the time.
Yeah. You need your moral compass.
Yeah.
But
When that's
also-
gone, it doesn't.
Your
Yeah,
actions don't have as much meaning,
No, exactly.
if at all,
Yeah.
any meaning.
But the ending where they like shake hands essentially and like,
Yeah, where she's like the only way I can like prove.
and they're
my
like trudging
innocence or
through both
something.
sides of the river. Like,
Yeah, because they need to.
they're not doing like a rope bridge or anything. It's just like
Oh yeah,
full force of will getting up to this like mirror edge, and then like it's like
shimmering.
prismatic and shimmery
Yeah.
until they like see each other, and then like the entire mirror like shatters.
Oh,
or
that would be good.
Something like that. That'd be cool. Her meeting her
But
true
it would
self.
have to be that the quote unquote good Kirsten.
I don't know.
Oh no, good lady. She needs to go up thinking I don't belong here anymore. And the other one's like, finally my chance. But when they collide, the anger and like the guilt and the sadness.
Right. They're like, oh,
just
this
become
is
one.
yeah, like this is how we're supposed to be feeling together. And then they fuse, shatter, break reality,
And
something.
then everyone is automatically forced back into one body.
Yeah, like everyone ends up
And
like
then the
on the banks
preacher,
of
like,
a river. And
Burns to death because he was actually,
bad.
yeah, he was a bad
He was a bad,
influence.
not supposed
whole
to be
time.
there. Because it was like two people that only existed in the good versus bad.
Yeah.
lands.
Maybe he was both of them. Maybe he's the only one that can freely move back and forth.
Oh, I like that. Because that makes sense as to like, let
He
me
could
bring
have
you over here. And then it
Control
like
over both.
gains him more followers because he has like two churches.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then he just never sleeps because.
Yeah.
And that way he's able to be like, whoever did this step forward, even though he knows exactly who did it because he coerced them into it.
Right.
That'd be really
That's
screwed
good.
up.
Yeah, he's like
The viewer
very
would know that it's
behind.
the same person.
Yeah, it's like a
fairly early on.
dramatic irony.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Yeah, it's got to be done well. Like that has to be done well because whenever
Mm-hmm.
it's revealed that the main character you're like rooting for is kind of a shitbag sometimes, you have to really sell it to the viewer to like
Yeah.
to care about this person still.
And if anyone could, Miss Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd kill it.
She. I mean, she's gonna kill somebody,
She'd
but
be like,
she would.
Do you want to build a murder?
Come on, I'll grab the axe.
Haha.
Chop.
Chop, 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 chop.
Chop. All right, I think that's sufficiently creepy. I think I feel better about where the story's gonna end up.
I like the little
Thank you.
final thing of making the bad guy.
The good guy too. Ha,
He's
ha,
both.
ha. Yeah.
And like him not like literally not sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Makes him kind of insane and like
Oh yeah.
easily crazy. Just it does drive him
'Cause
insane.
maybe he's possessed.
I mean, maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe just the fact that he's like going through this like warp hole every night and day just, has some
Slowly
like temporal
deteriorating
tear
him.
on him. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Because he would physically transform, I assume.
Yeah, into like a good versus evil.
Yeah.
But it's like same style. Like there's like
Sure,
a
it's
regally
just-
Pope uniform, and then like transform into
I
kind of
was
like a
thinking
Van
more the-
Helsing black
I'm
vampire
going back
thing.
to the Tuck Everlasting, where the dude in the yellow suit that like wanders around. So I was picturing him like Southern Colonel Sanders kind
Oh
of thing.
no,
But
I was
that
thinking
does
like a
not
father.
finish
I was
my
thinking like a Catholic
finish. That does not fit my time period.
robe,
Yeah.
a friar,
Yeah,
Tuck.
let's make him
a friar,
like
a friar Tuck Everlasting.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, he'll be really over the top religious, dude.
Oh, like very much so.
Yeah.
Like his Pope hat is like 6 Pope hats.
But he's not a pope.
No.
We're going to have to think of some really creepy but cool name for him.
Yeah.
Like, I've been listening to this podcast about escaping Nexium, the, like, sex cult thing. And the founder of it demands that everyone call him Vanguard. And his second they call Prefect, I think. So we need a cool name like that for him. That's just over the top, culty, ridiculous, but still religious.
Scientologist.
Yeah, you said it.
Not to knock any of our Scientology listeners.
Do we have
I thought it was like a running joke that's just like a joke.
I mean...
Like a creepy cult
yeah.
religion. Okay.
Anyhow.
Let's think of a title then, eh?
Yeah, what words do we want to mishmash together?
Good question. Mirror?
Yeah, we've got the mirrored, like, universe, mirrored world, and then also we have the good, evil, religious.
Right, so...
Those are 3 different ones, sorry.
Yes, let's do some mirror dichotomous word. 2 sides.
You took my word.
Dichotomous.
That was my first thought.
No, it's not title-y at all.
So picky. I'm kidding.
Mirrory word and...
Do you want to do good, evil? Do you want to do religion?
Yeah, let's
Utopia,
do
like
like
what?
the basal like good evil
Okay.
word.
More dichotomy.
Double dichotomy.
All right, let's see if we can beat double dichotomy.
All right, do you want to do a mirror word or a good v evil word first?
I'll do a good v evil word.
Okay, I'll do a mirror word. 3, 2, 1. Reflection.
Morality.
Did you also do reflection?
I did reflection.
I saw that face. It's like a really good word.
It is.
Okay, my morality's good. My good v evil word is eternal because it's like the eternal.
Yeah, the eternal struggle. I also thought that,
Yeah.
but I went with
we
morality.
chose like very specific categories.
Maybe it's just what our limited brains can think of in those vast, difficult categories.
I know, and literally everything.
Well, I was thinking like morality reflected or like moral reflections.
Yeah, and I was thinking like eternal reflection or reflection eternal. It's like
I like your eternal because it invokes the whole afterlife thing,
yeah.
which is kind of sort of I think what we're getting at, but
Definitely.
not because nobody's dead.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
until
I'm also
someone gets killed.
For some reason when you put the word eternal and reflection together, I get that not just the Force Awakens, no, not Force Awakens. The Last Jedi when Rey goes into like the dark
cave
crystal thing, and
yeah.
like that. When you go into a series of mirrors and you can reflect yourself like
Right.
all the way down, like great movie effect, but like actually a real thing. I don't know why that sprang out at me, but
Well, I'm thinking of another whole eternal thing. Mm-hmm. It's the conscious like work of reflecting upon your actions and like learning from them, and that's gone because you don't have good or bad actions.
exactly, you have
nothing to reflect
barometer.
upon.
Yeah.
Because you have no morality.
Yeah. So, did we decide on a moral reflection or an eternal reflection?
I think I
or-
like eternal better, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it,
How do we
it
wanna-
has a very like title-y
How do we want to put them together?
reflection.
Eternal reflection?
or eternal reflection. I don't know if that sounds.
It sounds too dead.
Yeah, it's
Like
kind of just like...
there
burp,
are
burp.
they can't make changes. They're already dead.
Eternal reflection. Reflect. Eternally no, that's dumb.
I'm gonna pop in an ing word. Eternally reflecting.
Oh,
Make it an action.
see, for some reason my brain is having a problem with eternally. Like it's...
You don't like the adverb?
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of rubbing me the wrong way.
Let's expand a little then.
Okay.
Do we want to wipe morality off the board? It also has the similar ending. Hey.
It's not a bad word. I think
Is it titly to you?
it has
could
that
be?
it
Okay.
has that sparkle to it, you know?
Okay.
I'm very picky about my title words.
It's fine.
Morality is a great word, and it does encapsulate a huge portion of the show. Mm-hmm. Morality, reflection, reflecting morality. Ooh, reflecting morality sounds
I like that.
pretty good.
I like that a lot, actually.
I like that too. Is that the title?
I'm good with it if you are.
I'm good with it too. I just said it. I put words together and it sounded good.
I love when words go together.
It's great.
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah. I think you had said reflecting morality at some point earlier, but...
You made it stick. You gave it that pop.
Pop in circumstance, not pomp. Pop.
Nope. Just pop.
Yeah, that sounds great though. What did we... Reflecting morality? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Because reflecting is not just the mirror, but also rivers reflect you when it's clear water and the morality, and you reflect on your own actions. Oh, it's good.
And because you can't see through it,
It's
you
a clouded...
only see the reflection of what you're doing, and you can't learn from it.
It is more like a mirror than a window, and it should be a window.
Yes.
That's great.
We're getting deep, man.
Shit, yo. We did some introspective thought right
I
now.
hope people appreciate this.
We're doing a service here.
Yeah, this is supposed to just be spooky, and look what we did.
Look what we've done. We've made a spooky, introspective anime.
Yeah. There's
Reflecting
nothing more
morality.
terrifying than thinking.
And thinking about your feelings.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sit on that,
I cringe
motherfuckers.
just thinking.
I'm feeling sassy.
Yeah. But Kristen Bell, one of those, or her twin, Kirsten Bell.
Whoever.
We know it's not that. But she's a good choice for the confused murderer.
Yeah. Let's get the preacher.
Preacher. I'm picturing a very tall, lanky person.
But also, don't you think Meryl Streep could kill it?
Oh, shit. I mean, Meryl Streep could kill it in anything, so
Yeah.
why not?
Plus, I really like the idea of it being old-timey but matriarchal.
Oh, hell yeah. So instead of
Digging
the
that.
popey look, it's more like a nunny,
Hair covered and...
very,
But very tall character.
very tall.
And just the amount of
Yeah.
fabric just billowing to have that
Yeah.
huge presence.
For some reason, I keep picturing the antagonist in the Samurai Jack show, which is that large, imposing demonic creature, but it's always very tall and lanky, basically. And that's kind of the...
Never trust a tall, thin person, I guess.
No. They obviously have made a deal with some sort of devil
That's the only way.
to be both tall and thin.
Yeah,
How dare they?
seriously.
No,
Models lie to us. Are they not tall and thin?
they've made deals with devils.
That clothing will not look good on me.
They have to deal with their own devils every day.
Yeah. But do you like the idea of having
Why not?
Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
I don't think we can afford it, but
No,
you know what?
we couldn't afford Meryl Streep and Kristen Bell, but we've done it. At this point, this is our 73rd episode or something.
Yeah, we might have made some money on some previous.
These are really expensive things now.
We have expensive taste.
We have expensive tastes. We've wanted Lee Pace in almost every single one of our
Yeah.
productions, and guess what? He's in this one too.
How could we work Lee Pace in?
I think he's
He could be the husband.
maybe not husband, but love interest of some sort.
Okay.
to the main person.
Because he would notice then changes in her.
But like opposite, in the opposite world? Like
Like they hate each other?
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not like it is like a love-hate thing, get it?
Yeah, but I'm picturing more like they're courting in the heavenly place and they're like fucking like nasty lovers.
Oh, I get you. They're like Tinder dating
Yeah, because they have
on the dark side.
they have no reason to feel shame about their, bodily urges or whatever. They fucking.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just like really passionate and crazy, very sexual kind of there.
But I don't like to depict that as bad.
No.
I feel like that's unhealthy.
It's not bad, and that's why we are having the message where
Okay.
you need both.
That's good. That's good.
Because you can't just say, chastity only, which that's going to be part of
abstinence
the quote-unquote
till I die
heavenly place, because
Yeah.
that's a distraction from God or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure. Damn,
That-
Meryl Streep really nails that into you, though.
Yeah, she nails something.
Her teachings. Oh, because she's like a sex goddess on the other side,
Yeah,
too.
she's doing everybody.
She's fucking.
She's fucking.
She's fucking. Thanks, Pro ZD.
You've really changed our lives.
Yes. He's great. He's a good
is.
dude. Go check out Sung Hwan.
Hey.
Pro ZD.
Let's have him in some shit.
He's great. We should put him in like every episode from now.
All right, so we put UI and ProZD.
Yeah.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Pro ZD Sung Hwan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you want to be in the show? Do you want to be? I mean, because we'd be two characters,
Yeah.
no matter what. You're good you. You're good bad you. Mm-hmm. I think I'd be like a bartender,
Oh, okay.
and in the good place, I'm like a teacher.
All right.
Because bartenders are like the teachers of.
My thought is like
Mixology.
psychiatrist. Because your bartender, everybody talks to the bartender.
Right. I was
so
thinking something
psychology, something
beneficial,
Yeah.
more than not.
What could I do?
But I'd be like a bit character, like
Maybe I'd just
give the
be
person
like,
a beer, give the person a little life advice,
and an apple.
and
Wait, they give you an apple.
hey, I get an apple.
Give me that apple.
That's my apple.
But
Who do you want to be?
I mean, I like the idea that we have like this matriarchal thing, but also I like the idea that women are still like quote unquote suppressed in this utopian place
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not that great.
Like that
So-
one Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, a little bit. It's getting dirty.
They have all the power, but also...
I mean, they're the only ones that can have the babies, but they are not in charge of their own bodies.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking maybe I am like a housewife who just tries to make children for God or something. I don't know.
Sure.
But in
In the other time, you're
the
a hooker.
evil. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to make children, but I'm not
For
allowing that to happen.
no real reason. Yeah.
Because I'm not actually going to get pregnant, but
Oh,
I'm practicing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Every
right.
day.
There we go.
That's good. We came up with two little dichotomies. Who do we want Pro ZD to be?
Let's see.
I mean, he's got a great voice, but also he's got range because he's a good
I
he's
feel
an
like
actual voice
he would
actor.
be a good second to Meryl Streep, like
Oh,
her
yeah, yeah,
secretary
yeah.
kind of thing,
like a just
like
helper.
second preacher or something.
religious-
He was the first one to follow her over and try
Devout
to,
follower, yeah.
Yeah, and it's worked really well for him.
Yeah. That's good.
And then he just helps her do evil things on the reverse side.
yeah. That's good. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I hope he didn't mind.
No, he's in it. Too bad.
Yep. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, eh?
We've got us, we've got them, we've got an idea and a title.
I think we've done it.
I think we have.
Reflecting morality.
Gadzooks.
Egads.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
This has been Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
This has been the spookiest anime we've made yet.
Spooktober. If you
Thanks.
don't like it, wait till November.
Yeah, then you'll get Christmas anime for a whole 2 months. No,
We don't do that.
no, we don't.
Whatever holiday you choose.
No.
But
October is official spooky month.
spooky season.
I have not taken part in Inktober because
I heard about Sleeptober, where
I'll do
you
that.
try and sleep enough.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm trying.
I've got lots of
and
Minecraft.
Drinktober, where you try and drink enough water.
Oh, I'd do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna aim for those tobers.
I had my 3
And then Spooktober
big old
with
bottles.
you.
There you go. That's way more
That's
than we
3
need.
Tobers.
That's Toberific.
Purely Toberific.
Tober Grace.
Isn't it Topher?
Shh.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
Follow us on Twitter at Instant Anime Pod, where we tease episodes and post GIFs, and also it's just where if you want to hit us up, you can do that. Or
you can check out our Podbean at instantanime.podbean.com, and that is where we host. So we have links to our submission form.
Mm-hmm.
We have links to our merch site. We have links to other podcatchers and also our Twitter. All of the above. And clickable description.
yeah, that's what's pretty great about where you host your podcast is
It works.
it works as you intended it in a full HTML.
Yep.
I mean, Twitter's pretty great about posting links, though.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a great platform. I'm just saying it's good about if you put a link there, it'll let you click said link.
Definitely.
But as Sarah mentioned, that submission form, beep beep, send us those submissions, and we will use your song in a future episode.
Yes.
If it's
We'd be
spooky,
happy
we'll
to.
use it in October. If it's not spooky,
You got 11 other months.
you cut.
We also have, speaking of music,
What?
a Spotify playlist.
Oh, yeah.
That has all of the songs available on Spotify that have been used to make animes
Yeah.
by us.
It's just missing a couple, but it's got most of them.
Yeah.
We're also, the entire podcast is on Spotify as well.
Oh my gosh.
Who knew? And I learned Spotify updated it. They actually show the image of the podcast. So each image is actually the
Really?
podcast
Like the
title.
episode thing?
Yeah, because
That's
I saw it
cool.
was on Adventure Zone. It had the old title thing, and then it
then it
updated to the
switched.
new one. And I was like, is that true for ours? And I checked, and it was like, Baker's Kiss says Baker's Kiss, Steak says Steaks. And I was
That's
like,
awesome.
hell yeah. Because I never know where that's actually going to show up. I don't
Right.
think it ever does on like iTunes or Google Play, or it's very picky on where it actually goes.
We do it because we care about details.
We do, but Spotify's on it.
I'm glad.
They're becoming very,
Maybe we'll be able to click stuff there soon.
I know, a very good podcasting platform.
I don't know if you can tell, but we use Spotify. We're not sponsored.
No, not at all. I'd be
Are you
happy.
kidding me?
I'd be happy about it.
I'd be happy with almost any sponsor.
Yeah, even Pandora.
Not Miracle Whip. Never Miracle Whip.
You would not be happy about a Miracle Whip sponsorship?
Do you like Miracle Whip?
Is that the tub of whipped cream?
Tub of whipped cream? No, you're thinking of Cool Whip.
Oh, I am thinking of Cool
Miracle
Whip.
Whip is the faux mayonnaise that was from like 1933.
Yeah, I really got that confused.
I recently found out, well, I mean, I'd seen the music video, but Lady Gaga's telephone includes product placement from Miracle Whip.
Oh, gaga.
I know.
Why?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Whew,
Sorry.
Okay. That's fine.
That's the podcast, though. Thank you for listening so much.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good one.
Spooky one. Happy spooky season.
Boo!